Testing the microphone. Hey y'all, welcome to another video. You've seen by the intro what we're talking about today, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna get ready. We're gonna chill vibes. In one of my last vlogs, you guys saw that I was like prepping for this new health journey. I was like getting all my groceries ready because I decided to commit to an 8-week, I wouldn't even call it a diet. I'm gonna call it a lifestyle program because that's very much what it feels like, or what it is. So I decided to commit 8 weeks, and 8 weeks has passed. I think officially today is 9 weeks. But I freaking did that, and I just want to talk about it because honestly, I'm not even being dramatic when I say that my life has changed in 8 weeks. At first, it was so hard because I had a very bad relationship with food. I discussed that on my channel quite a few times, but I've had a really bad relationship with food pretty much, I think, my entire life, and my emotions play a huge part in my appetite, hence why I struggle gaining weight. Like the only time I would ever gain weight is when I'm happy, but happiness is an emotion. It comes and goes. And if I'm sad, angry, stressed, I will not eat. I just don't have an appetite. And aside from gaining weight, I obviously have had 3 kids, and my body is not what it used to be. And that has brought a lot of insecurities. And for such a long time, I complained and complained and complained, like, oh, look at this and look at that. Like, I look at myself in the mirror and I just am so brutal to myself. But it got to the point where it was getting so bad that I was like, okay, you need to do something about it, because you're going to keep complaining and complaining and complaining and nothing's going to change. You're going to just keep beating yourself up. Anyways, it really got to that point. Like, it got so bad that I was just like, I was tired of myself, basically, is what I'm saying. I was so damn tired of myself. I was like, you know what, girl? Get up. Get your ass up and work. So, I made a new friend on social media. Her name is Charlene. And Charlene, if you're watching this, you changed my life. And she was posting like her meals, and she was posting that she was doing this fitness thing, and what intrigued me was the meals. Okay, I was like, she's eating hella good. It doesn't even look like a bad healthy, like, honestly, like all the meals she was posting, I was like, I eat that. I could eat that. That looks mad good. I could eat that. That's all I kept saying. So I hit her up and I was like, hey, I'm out of curiosity, like, what is this, like, what's going on? So she told me in detail. I was like, it didn't even take long for me to come to the decision that I wanted to do it. So I followed Finellis. I'll leave all her information right here. I followed Finellis. I hit her up. We had a meeting. And she asked me basically what my goals were. What I liked also straight off the bat doesn't fit with her program. She's not going to tell you, oh yeah, just join because she just wants you to join. It needs to be a right fit, because she kind of could tell if you're ready to commit or not. And based off everything that I was saying, she could tell that I was ready to commit, and she saw something in myself that I did not see. And she was right. I was ready. Like, I was like skeptical. I was like, will I be able to do it? Will I? And then, now obviously I've done it, and I did it. I'm doing it. So that was pretty much how I got to that point. So I started the program, and the first week was brutal. So my biggest thing is sweets and sugars. So although I didn't have an appetite ever, I would overeat sugars and sweets. If I was hungry, I'm loading up on Entenmann's cookies, cakes, snacks, like, cereal for dinner, like very much of that. I was not eating what I should have been eating. Like, there was barely any protein in my diet. There was nothing. There was nothing but junk, is what I'm saying. So that was my biggest struggle, and I'm not gonna lie. The first week, I literally was having sugar withdrawals. I didn't even know. I mean, I don't know that it was actually sugar withdrawals, but that's very much what it felt like. And girl, what I did to break through that first week, honestly, it wasn't even the first week. It was like the first 2-3 days was very hard. I bought like a pack of gum. And anytime I wanted sweets, I just popped the gum in my mouth. Right after dinner, I would just crave like sugars and sweets. So that part was hard the first 2 days. And honestly, after the 2 days, it was just like, it got easy. Your body is not as dependent on it as you think, and it's like basically all a mind thing. I've realized, like, it's all in your mind. And when you're giving your body the food that it needs, it craves less of what it doesn't need. It's like your body is literally sending you signals and asking you for things, and I basically wasn't listening. My next struggle was that she was giving me these foods, but it was so hard for me to even finish the meals. I didn't really have much of an appetite, so like I would get so full so quickly, and like it was just such a struggle. When I think back to the first week, and I was like, yo, I was really struggling to eat. I had to learn a lot of things about ingredients, and I'm not counting calories. That's the one thing. You know what? You know what I love about her too? There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to diets and food and stuff. And even when I told her I was struggling with the sugar, she said, don't deprive yourself. Obviously, be mindful. You don't want to like, just now that you're aware of the ingredients and stuff, look for sweets, look for things that, you know, are not that bad for you, but will satisfy the craving. Like, she's not like, you can't have this and you can't have that. She doesn't count calories, which, you know, I'm just not that girl. I'm not that girl. Now I'm like tracking my macros and stuff like that, which girl, before this, I didn't even know what any of this was. I'm like measuring my food. I'm weighing my food, like all of this stuff. And I was most scared to weigh food. And that's like the easiest part. But it's great because I had the guidance, and I have the best coach. So that's pretty much it on that. The next struggle that I had was working out. I am not a gym girly. I am not, never like to work out. I've tried it so many times in my life. I have never committed because working out is absolutely dreadful to me. So the first week, honestly, still working out is still a little bit of a struggle, but it's not as much as it is, as much as it was when I first started this whole thing. But oh my God, I was so sore. I did not want to do it, but it just took a lot of discipline. I'm not going to lie. That part is harder than the food part. Like, the working out is harder for me than the food. The food is like, I got the food. The food, we good. Working out, I have not, I'm not in love with her yet, but I'm falling in love with her because of my results. So I believe that we're going to get there. We're going to get there, me and working out, you know? We're going to be besties. I am working out 5 days a week. There are some days that, you know, it's honestly not a lot. There's like a handful of days that, or maybe a little bit more than a handful, that I was not able to work out. But that's another thing. Like, I was beating myself up for that because I'm like, damn, I didn't show up for myself today. But she makes you focus on, okay, you didn't work out. Life happens to everyone. And there are some times that you can't work out, like, or maybe you couldn't eat the meal that you had planned or whatever. It's how you handle those moments or whatever. And like, although like those days that I wasn't able to work out because, you know, life was happening, I committed to my meals. She was like, okay, well, at least you ate everything that you needed to eat. Okay, you didn't work out, but you showed up for yourself. You still, you know, you could have been like, oh, well, since I didn't work out, and I'm, you know, you could just start going downhill. But no, look at other aspects and focus on the positive, and don't beat myself up. That's what she always like encourages. Like, don't beat yourself up, give yourself grace, because life happens. I know this is not like a makeup video, but whatever I used, I could leave it in the description in case you want to know. By the way, it's all affordable, baby. Because, I don't know, affordable makeup has just been like, I don't know, like lately when I do my affordable base, I'm like obsessed. Like, my full coverage, the one that I'm doing now, which is like my no makeup or like my minimal makeup look. I don't know, when it comes to doing it with affordable products, it's just been hitting. But anyways, I'm going off track, but what I meant to say was that I'll leave everything in the description. And this is the first time that I'm not doing concealer, and I kind of like it. It gives more of the no makeup. Another thing that has changed is that, you know, I have Finellis, which is my life coach. But the best part, and ladies, if you're watching, I appreciate you guys so much, is the community. Okay, the community that we have between us girls is like, although we have all different fitness goals, we share the same goal, is like to better ourselves, you know, we're trying to add more years to our lives. And you know, at first for me this was all about like growing the butt and getting the abs, and like I want to show off my body next summer. That my mindset on that has completely gone. Like, is that a plus? Yeah, obviously, like I want a bigger butt and I want to have a nicer body, but the way that my mental has transformed, like my mindset has transformed, is like something that I didn't think was gonna happen, and I'm most happy about. It's so fun because we have our chat that we communicate on, and it's like if you're lacking motivation, or like maybe you're just like blah with your food, because you do hit that point where I'm like, yo, I'm kind of like bored with my meals, like I'm making the same thing. I realized throughout this journey that meat is not my favorite thing. I'm listening to my body and how I react to certain things, and I've come to the conclusion that red meat is just, my body just doesn't take it well. Like I can have it, but I already know that like I'm gonna feel like crap after. But anyways, the whole point of me saying that was that, like, you know, the girls, they share their meals, you know, we send each other pictures. Like, you can never not be inspired. Like if I'm feeling uninspired, I'm like scrolling through the chat, I'm like, oh, let me see what somebody else made, let me see if I could, you know, whatever. Everybody's sending stuff, we're communicating, we talk about our bad days, we talk about our good days, and it's literally just girls talking. All right, you know, when I traveled, my mindset on traveling was so different too. I was honestly scared to travel because I went to Puerto Rico for only 3 days. You know, on vacation, you're obviously not going to be able to weigh your food. You don't know what kind of oils they're using. You don't know what they're putting in your food, and that's okay. But like, it's just, although I didn't deprive myself, I ate. By the 3rd day, I was like, yo, I miss my food. I was like, I was excited to come home. I'm like, give me my meals back. I'm ready to cook. I wanted to cook. I don't feel like sharpening this. I thought that I was going to want like pastries and cakes and sugars and all of this stuff. And I didn't. Like, I ate like regular meals, and I can't talk and do my lips. So I still had like regular meals. But like I said, it was 3 days. My mindset was really different, and I was ready to come back and get into routine, and that's exactly what I did. I jumped right back into things because I missed it. And it's so crazy to think that like you missed your healthy food. And honestly, it's not like healthy like the way that I thought healthy was. Like, to me, anything you say healthy, I'm like, oh, that shit is bland, that shit is nasty. Like, I'm not a like, I was just, when I think healthy, or when I used to think of healthy, I was like, blah. That's what I used to think. I couldn't drink for the 8 weeks, but that's not hard for me because I only drink socially. Like, I'm not a drinker. I only drink if there's like an event going on, and I did have events. Like, I had a beauty event with Amber. I think I went out once, and I just didn't drink. It was kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I went to the Karol G concert and I was sober. That was weird, but honestly, it felt good the next day because I wasn't hungover. I wasn't like, you know, I was good. I was chilling. I don't even know why I'm doing this to my hair because I think I'm gonna end up clipping it up. I'm just gonna half-ass my hair. Do I have deodorant marks? No, I don't. I'm gonna get like, what's the word, like vulnerable here for a second, or like exposing myself, because my biggest insecurity, Kaysen's watching something next to me. My biggest insecurity with my body was my stomach. After I've had 3 C-sections, and I had like that weird bulge that you get from a C-section, or like that little flap, and I still have a little bit of it. But when I tell you that my stomach went down so much, I'm gonna post it before and after. Like, look at that difference. And the after picture, I honestly took that mid-September, and it went down a lot since then too. I gotta do an updated picture, but that was my biggest insecurity, and it's something that I never showed on social media. So like, obviously when I post on social media, I know how to hide it. I know how to like flex so you don't see it. Obviously that's social media for you, right? It's curated. But anytime I would take my, I would just see myself naked and stuff like that. I just did not like, such a big insecurity. But she's gone, or she went down significantly. I'm still nowhere where I want to be, but I know I'm closer to it, closer than I was before. And literally the 8 weeks goes by in the blink of a eye. Like, I cannot believe that was 8. It just feels like yesterday. It feels like I started yesterday. I decided to continue on. because I can't picture myself doing this without the community and without the support of Finellis. Like, I cannot. I'm sure eventually I'm going to get there and I'm going to feel confident to just do everything on my own. But right now I'm not there yet. I don't want to give up either. And when I think about going back to my old lifestyle, I'm like, absolutely not. Even if I didn't have this community, I would not allow myself to get back there because it was kind of boring. Like, I don't miss it at all. And it's crazy because now that I'm so used to eating the way that I eat, I had like one sweet sugary snack and I was like, this is too sweet for me. I know that I've shared my meals on social media and I promised that I would share my recipes. So I'm gonna do what I eat in a day. I am getting ready to go to an event with the kids. I want to vlog and I'm gonna try. So that video might be up after this one, but I don't know because it all depends on it all depends. That was it for this video. Thank you for joining my get ready with me / lifestyle update. It's super exciting. I can't wait to show you what the next 8 weeks looks like, but this is the first 8 weeks and we are killing it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.